Hello students, welcome back to online classes. I hope you all had completed the holiday homework which you got. So today we will start chapter number 3 of your textbook. The name of the chapter is Laws of Motion. So before starting this chapter, let me give you overview of this chapter. So in this chapter you will learn forces and its type. Secondly, you will learn in this chapter Newton's first law of motion. Newton's first law of motion and inertia. Third thing which you will learn in this chapter is linear momentum and Newton's second law of motion. Fourth point which you will learn in this chapter, Newton's third law of motion. Newton's third law of motion. And last, gravitation. So these 5 things you will learn in this chapter. So today we will start our first topic. First topic is forces and its type. So what is force? A force is a push or pull which can change the state of rest or motion of a body, or it can change the shape or size of a body. Means, let's take one example. Suppose I have taken one ball. This is one ball. If I will hit this ball with the help of a bat, this is the bat. When I will hit this ball with the help of a bat, I have to use force. I will use force on this ball to hit it with the bat. So now earlier the ball was at rest. It is not moving. When we will not hit the ball, it is at rest. But when we will hit this ball from rest, it will come into motion. When we will apply force on this ball which is at rest, it changes its state. Earlier it was at rest. When we will hit with the bat, this ball will come in motion. First it will go here, then after that it will go further. Now, if again we will apply force here, suppose one player is standing, who will stop this ball with the help of his leg. This is one fielder. What he will do? He will use his leg to stop this ball. So here he have to use the force again. What he will do? He will use force here. So the ball which is in motion, which is coming here, that is in motion. So this ball which is in motion, when this fielder will apply force on it, this will come to rest. So here what is the definition? Definition of force is, it is a push or pull which can change the state of rest or motion of the body. The ball earlier it was at rest. When we applied the force, it came into motion. The ball which is in motion, when we apply force again, this motion state will change into rest. So what is force? Push or pull which can change the state of rest or motion of the body. Okay, now take one more example. Suppose I am taking balloon. This is a balloon. When I will apply force on this balloon, so what you will observe? This balloon will get compressed. Its shape will get changed. The shape of the balloon will get changed, or we can say size will also change. So when we will apply force on this is the non-rigid body. Non-rigid means which can be compressed easily, or you can say in which intermolecular spacing is more. Non-rigid body. And rigid means solid body. Solid means in which intermolecular spacing is least or negligible, you can say. So this is the non-rigid body. When we will apply force on this balloon, so what you will observe, its shape will get changed and its size will also get changed. So again, definition of force, what we will write? Force is a push or pull which can change the state of rest or motion of a body, or can change the shape or size of a body. So this is the definition of force. Force is a push or pull which can change the state of rest or motion of a body, or it can change the shape and size of a body. If a body is non-rigid means like this balloon, so what you will observe, its shape will get changed and its size will also get changed. And if a body will be rigid means solid as one stone is there. This is one stone. If we will apply force on this rigid body, this is a rigid body. If we will apply force on this rigid body as stone I had taken, so what you will observe, its shape will not get changed. Why its shape will not get changed? Because this is the stone. Stone means rigid body, solid, intermolecular spacing is not there, so its shape will not get changed. So instead of changing the shape, what you will observe, its shape will not get changed, but this stone is at rest. When we will apply force on this stone, it will come into motion. It will move from its place, but its shape and size will not get changed. Now next is, what are the effects of forces? So from definition you had learned the two main effects of forces are, First one is, from definition you learn, force can change the state of rest or motion of the body. So first one is, force can change the state of rest or of motion of the body. The body which is at rest, when we apply a force on it, it will come into motion. And if we will apply force on a moving body, then that motion will change into at rest. So first effect of force is this. Second one, from definition you learned, for example of non-rigid body I had given. So if we will apply force on a non-rigid body, its shape and size will get changed. So second effect of force is, force can change the shape or size. Force can change the shape and size of a body. So this is the second effect of force. So these are the two main effects of forces. Now next point, next question, next type is next point is kinds of forces. Kinds of force. So forces are classified into two categories. First category is contact force and second is non-contact force. So forces are classified into two categories. First category is of contact forces and second is non-contact forces. So what are contact forces? So contact forces. So contact forces are those which are applied on a body by making a physical contact between them. What I told? Contact forces are those forces which are applied on a body by making a physical contact. Forces which are applied on a body by making a physical contact. Example. First one is frictional force. Frictional force is the example of contact force only. Second, normal reaction force. Normal reaction force. Third one is force of tension. Force of tension exerted by a spring. Now, fourth one is force exerted by a spring. This is also an example of a contact force. And fifth one is force due to collision between two bodies. So these all are the example of a contact forces. So what are contact force? Contact forces are those which are applied on a body by making a physical contact between them. And examples are frictional force, normal reaction force, force of tension, force exerted by a spring, and force due to collision between the two bodies. So first type of force is frictional force. So what is frictional force? Contact forces. In contact force, first type is frictional force or force of friction. So what is frictional force? So when a body slides over a rough surface, a force starts acting in a direction opposite to the motion of the body. So that force is called force of friction. Let's take one example. One ball is there which is rolling on a ground. This ball is rolling on a ground in this direction. So what you will observe, after moving a certain distance, this ball will get automatically stop. This moving ball, after moving a certain distance, automatically this ball will get stop. It will come at rest. Why this happen? Because force of friction is acting in a direction opposite to the direction of motion. Motion is in this direction. So in which direction force of friction will be there? Opposite to the direction of motion. And because of this force of friction only, after moving a certain distance, this ball will automatically come to at rest. So this is the force of friction. Now second one is normal reaction force. Normal reaction force. So what is normal reaction force? When any body is placed on a surface so this is the hand and this is one box. One person is holding any box in his hand. So when a body is placed on a surface, that body will exert a force in downward direction. Suppose I am holding one box in my hand, then that body will exert a force in the downward direction which will be equal to its weight. this body will exert a force on my hand in the downward direction. That force will be equal to the weight of this body. So, but you will observe that this body will not move or it will not fall down. Why this will happen? Because this hand, our hand, the surface on which this box is kept, that surface will exert a force which is equal to its weight in the opposite direction. This box is applying a force in downward direction, but this will not fall because our hand on which we are holding this box, that hand will exert a force in the direction. Which direction? Opposite to the weight. Weight is in the downward direction, and normal reaction force will be in the opposite direction. Normal word means perpendicular. Normal means perpendicular. So this box will exert a force in the downward direction, but in order to hold this box, what we will do? We will exert a force in the opposite direction. That force which we will exert will be normal to the body. Normal means perpendicular to the body. So this normal force which we are exerting in the upward direction, that force is known as normal reaction force. Now third one is force of tension. So what is force of tension? See this figure, this will make you clear. Here I had taken one stand. This is stand. This is one bob or one object I had taken. The weight of that object is W. So when we will tie this object with the help of string means thread. This is string. So when we will tie any object whose weight is W, and we will tie this object with the help of string, then this body will exert a force in downward direction, and that force will be equal to its weight. Now in this condition, you will observe that this string is stretched. Stretched means it will be straight. Now when this body will exert a force in downward direction, then this string will also exert one force. That force will be in the opposite direction. Opposite means this body is applying a force in downward direction, then in order to hold this object, this string will exert a force in the upward direction, and this upward direction force is known as force of tension, and this force of tension will be equal to the force which is acting in the downward direction. So what is the definition of force of tension? When any object is suspended by a string with the help of rigid support, this is rigid support, then object will exert a force in the downward direction which will be equal to its weight. In this situation, the string will also exert a equal and opposite force. String will also exert equal and opposite force. Weight is acting in the downward direction, then force of tension will be the opposite direction. This opposite direction force which is equal to its weight is known as force of tension. Now if we will cut this thread with the help of a scissor, if we will cut this thread with the help of scissor, what you will observe, this object will fall down on the floor, but at the same time this thread, when we will cut this object with the help of scissor, this thread will lift upward with the jerk. Jerk means झटके से ये ऊपर lift होगी. Why this will happen? Because of this force of tension only. You can do this experiment at home also. When we will tie any object with the help of thread, then this object will exert a force in downward direction, and this string will also exert one equal and opposite force in the upward direction. To check this equal and opposite force in the upward direction, what you will do, you will cut this thread with the help of scissor. When we will cut this thread will jump upward with the jerk. So why this happen, why this lift upward thread? Because of that force of tension only. So what is force of tension? When any object is tied with the help of a thread with a rigid support, then that object will exert a force in the downward direction, and this string will also exert equal and opposite force. Opposite means upward. Then that equal and opposite force is known as force of tension. So today we will finish our class now. So rest of the part we will do in the next video. So your homework is, you have to read this chapter again and you have to find the textbook exercise.